What is good, internet? It is Spirit of Paradox here, and welcome back to another video. And today we have got another Ultimate Fantastic Four video where Ultimate Thanos goes to Earth 1610 and kicks everyone's asses and succeeds. So, this is actually my favorite issue with Ultimate Thanos in general, even though he did, well, no spoilers, I can't really talk about that yet, but I'll get there soon. So I really do hope if in the new Ultimate Universe, Ultimate Thanos comes back, Jonathan Hickman, please bring this Thanos back and do not change his design. It's not broken, it doesn't need to be fixed. Please bring back Ultimate Thanos because he is my favorite design. Yeah, he has my favorite design for Thanos, but yeah, definitely bring this guy back in the new Ultimate Universe. But I've also got to talk about Ultimate Black Panther as well, but that will be coming soon. But with all further ado, let's start Ultimate Fantastic Four, issue 52. We begin on Earth 1610 in New York, and we're here with the Ultimates, and they see that Manhattan is gone. Here we're with Ultimate Thor, Captain America, Quicksilver, Iron Man and Wasp. Iron Man says, "So, I'm thinking, I'll turn my back and count to 10, and give whoever stole Midtown one last chance to put it back." Janet responds, "You can joke about this, Tony? You think I'm joking? Jan, I sent the Iron Man 6 armor against that alien fleet. My tech people are still debating whether the armor held for 2 milliseconds or just 1. Even Cap looks at the situation and asks, Thor, if this was an act of war, why choose a city rather than a military target? And why would they have done nothing since? I agree, Captain. There seems no sense to this. Oh, by the way, this is when Ultimate Thor became Asgardian again, but I'll get to that later in the video. While Captain America and Thor talk amongst themselves, Wasp and Iron Man are still trying to figure out the situation. Indestructible alien logic? Maybe? Does it matter? Says Janet. You gonna tell us everything else you got in that locker? For soon after the last invasion? Less than you'd think, says Tony. Iron Man activates a part of his suit and says, Marvel is helping us fit increased stealth tech to some of our ICBMs. And we got some nasty little Jesus guns out of that damaged Galactus module. That is Ultimate Galactus in this universe, by the way. But we're a few hours away from. Before he could finish his sentence, the proximity in his suit goes off as an alarm. But Quicksilver asks, late for your next meeting? More like my next 2 martinis, but this is a proximity alarm. Something really big, really close, but there's nothing, says Iron Man, as he points. An explosion goes off in front of the Ultimates, disorientating them. And then we find out Ultimate Thanos arrives to Earth 1610 with the Cosmic Cube in hand, and Johnny and Susan Storm under his control. And he says, People of Earth rejoice. Beginning with this day, the universe enters its golden age. Confusion, doubt, disorder, all are gone, now and forever. There is only one right path, and it has a name. Thanos. In the next page, we go to elsewhere, and we continue with Ultimate Thing. Okay, I had a war. What did you do with my war? Well, we see this woman with this creature, and she tells him, I rescued you, Benjamin Grimm. You're safe now. In Atria's hands. In Atria's world where no one else is allowed to come. Does that merit a little gratitude, do you think? Lady, I don't know who you are. You can try and guess if you like. But you've got to send me back. My friends are in a hole and they need me. Oh, I don't think they do. Not anymore. After you left the battle, Thanos himself intervened. Your friends are beyond help now. Well, she's not lying. Benjamin is not having any of it, and he tells her straight, send me back. To be destroyed in your turn? That would be a waste. Now, before I get mad and start breaking things. But her creature starts going on the defensive and starts growling at the thing, and he's like, try it, Fido. I'll spank you with your own lower jaw. And before this fight could even kick off, Astria decides to just zap and incinerate her dog, and says, bad dog, Benjamin is our guest. The thing is shocked to see this and says, you just killed him. He was old and wasn't that interesting to start with. This lady is really cold. You could tell she's one of Thanos' children. Oh dear, you don't understand any of this, do you? Well then, Omni Chariot, manifest onto me. In, silver and blue, I think. Then we see Atrea literally bust out a cosmic-powered chariot. And I can't lie, it's pretty cool. I would love this as a Marvel legend. And she tells him, climb aboard, Earth Boy. You need to see exactly what my father is capable of. And now, when we go to the next page, she's actually narrating over the scene as we see the Ultimates battle Thanos' forces. Because now that Daddy has his little toy again, things are going to get really ugly, just like they did last time. As the Ultimates run into battle, Iron Man tells the team they're Sue and Johnny Storm, shield assets from the Baxter Building project. Boy's fire starter, girl does force fields, so they're pure on defense. The granite face guy is late news. And as we see Ultimate Thor say, he is Thanos, and he is mine. The dark version of Sue says, pure defense? That might have been true once, before my master opened my eyes, and then she goes on the attack against Wasp and Quicksilver, and tells them, force without mass is the ultimate weapon, incapacitating the both of them. Ultimate Iron Man goes for the Dark Johnny Storm and tells him, I'm really sorry about this, kid. You don't seem to be yourself. Stay down and I won't have to put my repulsor field up any higher than this as he blasts him, but it does no damage to this version of Johnny. Repulsors, cold force, but intricate and pretty. I like it. And then we see him use this energy against Ultimate Iron Man and Captain America, incapacitating them instantly. And this is probably the best moment in the entire Ultimate Thanos saga. Ultimate Thanos versus Ultimate Thor. But not only that, folks. Ultimate Thor has his Asgardian abilities, and the traditional Mjolnir. Thor returned to godhood in the climax of Ultimates 2, and we also see it in Ultimates 3. So this story is set between the both of them, and the ending of this run basically leads into Ultimates 3 and Ultimatum. And Thor claps back and tells him, and you are the upstart who thinks himself a god. You have no business here. And let me be clear on this. You are not welcome. And then he straight up blasts Ultimate Thanos. And that God Blast Ultimate Thor just did was absolutely useless to Ultimate Thanos. And he claps back and tells him, perhaps you were young, Storm God. Perhaps when your pantheon still commanded belief, You might have shaken me. But what are you now, when all is said and done? A relic, a cheerio. Ultimate Thor, enraged by the disrespect, goes in for the attack and says, "Your enemy while I live and breathe." But when he gets close enough, Ultimate Thanos sends him flying into the ground in a big crater. With Thor defeated, Thanos tells him, "Well, you live and breathe, yet I imagine you'll attract the occasional bolt of lightning." And then we see Ultimate Thor has been turned into a tree and stuck in a state of hibernation, defeated by Ultimate Thanos. So this is where Reed Richards was spawned. Fascinating. This far down the galactic array, one expects to find only amoebas and lichen. These creatures are a little complex, a touch hardier. I'll examine them more closely later, but other things are more pressing. Come, my children, as we see Ultimate Thanos use the Cosmic Cube and push all the heroes away. As Ultimate Thanos claims his victory over the Ultimates, he tells them, "We have a world to build." In the next page, we go to deep space with the Thing and Atrea, and she asks him, "Enjoying the view, Benjamin?" My brain hasn't kicked back into gear yet. You're saying Thanos is your dad, and he did that to your arm? Atrea explains to Ben. He wanted his children to be warriors. Gallowglass loved war, Ronad had it beaten into him, and I asked too many questions, even after when he told me to stop. And Benjamin looks at her and she asks him, "What?" "Nothing. Just thinking about some of the other guys' fathers I know." Are we almost done with this? Yes, we're almost done. Atrea lands her chariot on this frozen planet and asks the Thing, "Do you like it?" "Nice for ice skating, I guess." "It's called Sidorus," says Atrea. "It was an inhabited world once, but the Sidorans defied my father. He had only just found the cube. The first one, I mean. It fell out of the sky over Acreon like a comet. To test its power, he reduced the core's temperature of this world to 7 degrees below absolute zero. What we're standing on isn't bedrock, Benjamin. It's the Sidorans' atmosphere, frozen solid. They're still down there, still alive, in a way, preserved forever." "Okay, I get it." "No, you don't. This is about my father, and it's about death. Reincarnation is no big deal for Acreon. Our adepts have been able to do it since our 4th age of the world. But my father has died 1,000 times. He lies with death as a man might lie with a lover. But he always returns. He holds himself back from the ultimate reward, so the Empire will endure. That's how he sees his mission, to make a life a little more like death, ordered, perfect, predictable. And with the cube in his hands again, he'll finally be able to do it. But you get to miss all that, Earth Boy." "Yeah? How'd you figure?" "Because I saved your life, right? So now, I own it." Damn, this woman went from 1,610% to 0 real quick. Back on Earth, Ultimate Thanos is causing more destruction, and he goes on a speech and says, "This city is the judgment seat of Thanos. Let it be reared high into the heavens so that all men may see it. For now, I have dominion over their souls and their bodies, and I would have them reminded of that fact whenever they look up. As we see, Ultimate Thanos use the city's raw materials in building himself a giant tower. But that's not all he's doing. He uses the full might of the cosmic cube to reshape the Earth, and says, "And let the continents reshape themselves into the sigil of my name. Earth must be branded as cattle are branded, to show that it is mine." And we see him, cosmic cube in hand, reshape the continents and countries of Earth with the power of the cosmic cube. Speak, my children. Is this not good? It is wonderful, my lord. But what of the seas? What of them? Life teems there too, even intelligent life. We met a man, Namor, whose people live in Earth's oceans. And Thanos says, "Indeed, water is no fit medium for life. It is turbulent and shapeless, given over to chaos. I do not approve." That is the most Thanos thing. They definitely got Thanos right here. Ultimate Thanos uses the cosmic cube and brings down a giant powered hand over the seas and freezes them. The Dark Human Torch says, "Mighty is Thanos, mighty are his deeds." Oh no, lad, I'm starting slow. The cosmic cube must adjust itself to my will. Once that is done, you shall see some wonders. With Atreya and the Thing was not having any of it after she told him that she owns him. And he tells her, "Nobody owns me, babe. You're as cute as lace panties, but it just doesn't work that way. It works exactly how I say it will work." Atreya and Benjamin get into a tussle, but she grabs him by the neck with her skeleton hand and tells him, "I chose you, Benjamin. I plucked you from death to sit at my side. Say you love me, or you'll stay here as one more ice sculpture." And while Atreya has Benjamin by the throat, he claps back at her and tells her, "Like father, like daughter, huh?" And Atreya wasn't having that response at all. Atreya blasts Benjamin, shouting, "How dare you! I'll kill you for that! I'll kill you!" But then Ben tells her, "I'm just saying, there's a family likeness is all. Sorry if I touched a nerve." And then she tells him back, "I am nothing like him." Right, because Thanos is a stone cold killer. And you're what? Help me out here. And Ben manages to talk some sense into her, because she calms down that whole fiery thing in her skeleton hand, and says, "If I disintegrate you now, you win the argument, don't you?" Hands down. Damn. Well, that was a crappy first date, even by my low standards. But then I guess I still got issues. You need a lift home, Earth Boy? We return to New York City, and Ultimate Thanos has built his fortress. I am not oppressed to heroism. On the contrary, I honor it. But the greatest courage is acceptance of what must be. Resignation in the face of destiny that cannot be fought or deflected or defied. This is the gospel you must preach, now a gospel of subservience and order. Teach the people of this world, and later those of other worlds, that Thanos is a kind shepherd to those who obey him, while for his enemies, life will become a burden they can neither endure nor escape. These troops are under your command, Accuser Ronan. I'm sure you'll put them to use. And then we see all of the Earth's heroes have been taken over by Thanos and the Cosmic Cube. And now, Ultimate Thanos has officially conquered Earth 1610. In the next page, Atreya and Benjamin arrive to planet Acreon, and they see the aftermath of the war. Impressive. You've put a few dents in my father's army. We did, okay? But I'm guessing we lost, right? Oh yes, that wasn't in any doubt. After landing the chariot, they discover Reed's body that's been turned to stone from the last issue, and Ben says, "Oh no, Reed, look what they did to him. Is he dead? You gotta be able to tell, right?" Atreya attends to Reed's stone body, and she tries to see if he's alive, and she even touches one of his fingers, and then breaks it off by mistake. And she says, "No, I'm sorry, Benjamin. I can't say for sure because this isn't him." So what does that mean? Reed Richards isn't here? Then where could he be? Who's going to stop Ultimate Thanos? Who's going to save the heroes of Earth 1610? Well, you gotta find that out in the next video. Well, thank you very much for watching this video, guys. My apologies that it has been so long for me to continue this. I have been very busy for the last couple of months, but thank you very much for your patience, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.